Where's the best we've got? I don't know. I think Jim's saying this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Band on Band, hosted by us, Hedra.
Right.
Hello.
Okay, so the four of us here, we're Hedra, and we have our guests, Odin's Revenge. First off, I'm James. I play drums. Next up,
I'm Squeak, I play bass.
Neil.
I'm Jim.
I'm Camille.
I play with myself and vocals for Hedra.
And it's Camille play guitar.
Right, and now let's get on to introducing our guests. Hello, Odin's Revenge. They're down here.
They're down here. They're down here for me. Look, down there.
All right then, who's going first with introductions?
I'm Vex. I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm Lucas, the bassist.
I'm Martin, I play rhythm guitar.
I'm Taz and I'm the drummer.
And we're missing Steve, our lead guitarist.
Yeah. Forgot about me.
Steve, you're a naughty man, Steve.
Arranged it and did not turn up.
I like his style. Too cool. Too cool for school.
No,
All
No,
right
no,
then.
were though.
Well, despite one minor absence, let's get this show on the road then. So, hello. What do you do?
So what sort of style of music would you say you play?
It's like rock, metal, with this. It's like a slight multi-genre.
Yeah.
Rock, metal, and some of it's like a bit like punk rocky style.
yeah, it's like melodic metal with like I'd say like 2000s influences. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We're trying to get heavier, but it's kind of like a weird blues rock 80s vibe with some like punky stuff.
Some heavy riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
heavy riff.
Nice.
Well, there was certainly some heavy riffs going on with that one. With which
Yeah, I
was
mean,
which was
play-
Break.
We played some of your music last week. We had a gig as well, and yeah, for me it was like it's kind of borderline thrash on the guitars. Really, they were quite intense metal sounding guitars there, and yeah, the vocals. I sort of said, I don't be offended by this, but I said it sort of has this sort of kind of like a Paramore vibe to the vocals, but with a much heavier background, and the name was Odin's Revenge, and I got to be honest here. I'm a bit kind of like, I put those sort of names in a specific area, and to me it kind of sounded like power metal name.
Yeah, I
But
made
the
that comment
music-
as well.
The music did not sound like power metal at all. But are you influenced by power metal or not?
I think the band like started because I've like just joined. I think it was meant to be that when it started.
Mainly Steve. He wrote most songs when I joined. And
Yeah.
obviously, I put my twist on things.
But when I joined, I just completely changed the drums completely.
Yeah, so we've just the name now because like I haven't like recorded with this band yet. Like my first like debut track is going to be like recorded this week and then released. So it's
Oh
gonna,
wow,
we're
we
gonna
got an
change.
exclusive look.
Oh,
An
nice.
exclusive within the first 3 minutes. That's great. Yeah.
Off to a strong
So,
start
like,
then.
what- You've replaced a fairly strong singer already, so you've got a quite a high level to step up to. Then, do you think you're going to manage it?
Oh,
I think
You hope so, yeah.
Jim is a fan of putting people on the spot here.
looks cool. I
Yeah.
think my vocals are pretty like different in style to the old vocalists. Like she's very like soprano-y, like Evanescence-y vibes, and I like come more from a punk thrash background, so it's gonna be heavier and lower pitched. But yeah, I mean we still gig
Oh,
all
wow.
those old songs.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think the song.
But like I put more distortion on everything, so
Oh, nice. Look
Okay,
forward
so
to
you're
hearing
more of a more. I was going to say growler, but that sounds a bit wrong. But yeah, you like more of the gruffier sort of style, more on the edge.
So if we were
Done
thinking,
that already.
we're thinking like a sort of a gruff sort of vocal style, would we be thinking of bands like Battle Beast or stuff like that? Maybe. This is where I'm
I
really
take a lot of
hoping you don't blank
I'm like
on
the
this one.
survival vocalist.
Okay. Fair enough. That works. Sorry. Okay, I've made some notes of some talking points here. I've already shared the song in the chat, so that's there for people to go and listen to. But so you've mentioned that you're going to be
How long have you been together?
As like this
How long has the band been, as the
band
whole
as a
band?
whole.
Yeah.
When did it start?
On a 60.
I joined about 4 or 5 years ago, didn't I?
I should know, I wasn't here.
Yeah. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Asking me, I've been here for like 6
Yeah.
months.
A little break and then we come
Same
back,
as me.
haven't we?
But yeah,
It's a little while then. A little while then. It does
Yeah.
surprise me, like bands that have been around that for that amount of time. I've got to admit, I have not heard of you guys before now, and that's
Yeah.
strange because you probably do the same amount of advertising as we do, but I don't know if you've heard of us either. You know, it's a weird world
Probably
out there. At
haven't.
the moment. You know,
Yeah.
it's weird. But we've been going since 2014.
You know, we've been just going through different changes and things with different lineups, and so we've been kind of just
Yeah.
been roughly in the same place. But
Yeah.
you know, it's we're definitely making some progress, I think, now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the
Yeah.
same thing, you know, the change in backline basically stop us, and we know if you stop, you actually going back, yeah. So you can't just go forward with anything, recording, gigs, or anything like that, you know.
And if there's anything that Jim hates, it's going backwards. So he's always like, with the new people, he's always like full on like, get on with it.
Yeah. Don't I know it?
Don't you know it? Don't I know it? I got given the wrong demos initially.
Yeah, so did I. So did I. I was like, Camille, none of this makes sense to me. You're sending me different things. Like, what do I need to learn?
Yeah, I was going to say that's nothing to do with me.
No, it wasn't.
So how was
No,
so with
I've written
so
it.
Bex? I believe you're on vocals. I believe you're the newest one you've mentioned. How was your learning process for joining recently?
It was intense. So like Lucas brought me on because we'd worked on something together in the past. Yeah, and I came and auditioned, and like I think I kind of got on with everyone. It was fun. It was like something I hadn't done before style wise because I'm like from less of a melodic background. But it's been fun. It's been a learning.
Yeah.
We all love having you in band.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had a massive fight with him yet, which is good. So
Yet.
It's good when that
Exactly.
happens, isn't it? I've not had one of those for a little while now.
No, not with this lineup at least.
No.
We nearly did.
Hey, that wasn't your fault though.
No, I know it wasn't, but still.
Yeah, and no. But
we had
that
Mandalorian on hand.
that that stays
Sorry to drop
that
that in
stays offline. That does.
Yeah, yeah.
But you say so. It's been quite an intense process learning everything as a newcomer, but you feel like you've handled it quite well.
yeah, I mean, like after I joined, there was like already a gig booked like 2 months down the line. So basically, like I had my audition, and then I was in, and then they're like, "Oh, we have a gig booked."
Oh,
It's
so
in
they're
2 months.
immediately laying on that pressure.
Yeah.
Chill
Crack
or
on.
anything.
So you've done that. You've probably done that gig now, yeah.
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 A year ago.
How did that
It was
go?
like- It was good. I mean, yeah, I don't think we've had a gig that's gone catastrophically wrong yet.
No, yeah. We always recover from mistakes well enough, if you know.
Yeah. Just carry on
think-
doing
I think we've had a couple of catastrophe gigs. That's kind of how we found Dan on bass. Was that show was a bit of a catastrophe, but
Honestly, I was like, oh my god, what am I joining?
Yeah.
It's turned out really well.
But
Yeah.
the worst thing that in the first time we didn't learn from our mistakes, and that was even worse.
your mistakes are
Yeah.
there to be learned from. If you don't, you're just going to do them again. So yeah. But so that was about your first gig. Do you have any gigs coming up? Anything notable that you want to let people know about?
just the bare ones.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, recording on Saturday and then we have more gigs.
Do like a 3-day weekend, aren't we?
Yeah.
Playing when's Scoop?
Scoop Festival.
Scoop's like June or July.
June, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. We're playing Scoop Festival
yeah.
in June, July, roughly. Then we've got that run of 3 gigs in early May. That'll be fun.
Yes.
And some towards the end.
And do you care to tell us where those are? Which other bands you're going to be playing with, or just
Yeah, so 4th of May, we are at the Spotlight in Hartlepool. I don't think that event's been announced yet, so I don't think I'm allowed to announce the bands. But then the 5th of May, we're at Vortex in Wakefield. So everyone in Wakefield, come and see us. And then we're with, what are they called? Area Phoenix or something? Yeah, we're gigging with them at Vortex and then travelling back up to Hartlepool with the same lot of bands to do that with them.
They do like a mini tour, aren't they?
Yeah. So we're kind of with them for the Northeast leg.
So you're doing 2 shows at the same venue, but they're different sets of bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that before. Like, even when I was in multiple bands, I never managed to pull that off. So that's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Massively.
played in Norwich?
Would you like to play in Norwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
We are trying to get out of Hartlepool in general.
Like the northeast area, if we can.
Yeah.
I think the furthest we've played is Leicester.
Yeah.
All right.
That's just fun. We were in Leicester a couple of weeks ago, weren't we?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we were.
So I broke my pedal and I had to get some random to give me bathroom pedals.
Oh, no.
Oh no. How did
we
that
could-
work out?
Well, the first time it happened, we were at the shed up is it Tynemouth or Teesmouth?
Timer.
No, because it happened twice when we were playing with Follow D first time.
I know the shed was
It's just
store.
because I had a direct drive, so I had the belt on it, and the belts just snapped, but I managed to play through the last of the set with one pedal, and then when we were in Leicester, it was the song that I needed the double pedal for, and I just cut out.
Oh no.
Surf bar.
Yeah, it was the surf bar.
Yeah, so-
See, I've had a few shows where either the shaft between the 2 pedals has rattled off, or like just one of the beaters is just completely flown off, and I only ever had that happen a couple of times, and some Loctite has made sure that never happens again.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You're just like you go in full like, and then suddenly it's just not there, and you're just like, where's my bass drum? It's like, oh, the beater is halfway across the floor. All too much.
Anymore, because I play with metal ones.
Yeah, you had to upgrade.
Yeah.
You use metal beaters.
Yeah, I play with the head sticks.
Oh, so I thought you meant like the actual bass drum beaters.
No.
I thought like I use wooden ones, and they're extreme enough. But like, yeah, no, the who is it who uses a head? Is it Lars? Lars uses a head.
I don't know. My dad just bought me a set and I fell in love with them, so I was like, I just want a full drumstick bag of them. I can't break them, so.
I
Nice.
mean, yeah, I guess you might have to redo the sheaths on them occasionally, but I had a pair of heads. I had a pair of the 2Bs. They were quite nice, but I just prefer the wooden ones.
Yeah, I'm heavy-handed, so I have the 2Bs, but I've also got a set of 5As.
Same here,
Which
ham fists here.
easier to do the rolls with, I think.
Yeah.
They're not
What
as heavy.
What about gear for everyone else? What guitars, basses? Do you do any vocal effects? Any of that sort of stuff live?
I play like a 6-string bass, which
Oh nice.
I like to play a lot of annoying high chords, if you know what I mean. And just
Yeah.
like weird jazzy things.
What's annoying about it? Why do you think it's annoying?
Yeah.
It's annoying in that the guitarists don't like me because of it.
Oh, because
Yeah.
you're too showy. No one likes a showy bassist, do they, Camille? Hmm.
It's called melody.
Yeah.
You need to throw in some melody, not just fucking low end. I love basses that go past the 12th fret on the the high notes. They're my kind of bassists, definitely. Yeah, I'm a bit proggy. I
Yeah,
suppose.
same here. I'm absolutely a prog person, so I just love it when it just like a really
when you can hear the bass just
hard
showing
driven
off.
but clean bass
Right.
tone.
Yeah.
What speaker do you come through?
I play through like a 410 at the minute.
Yeah, and what head unit do you use?
What, sorry?
What head unit do you use to power that 4x10?
No, it's just it's like a combo. It's not the best,
okay.
but it's like a Marshall, I think.
Oh,
4x10 combo.
Decent.
Bit unconventional, but if it works,
Yeah, it does the job.
that's all
No,
you
I
need
didn't-
then.
You kind of are unconventional as a person, so it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's about guitarist? What are you guys using?
What is that? The JC8 one?
I don't know.
It's a Marshall amp. I'm in between heads
I
up.
don't know
with
if it's
it.
the TSL or the TSL.
You're waiting on a black star, right?
I am actually waiting for a HD stage 100 head. That
I mean,
sound,
that's all it is, wasn't it?
yeah, that sound pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Steve goes through a head rush, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got
goes
like an
through.
FRFR thing. It's quite
Yeah.
weird.
You're the second
Super.
band in a row to mention that you're waiting on Black Star equipment, or that you've recently ordered Black Star equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a bit
Maybe
of a
that's like
trend
a-
going with that one.
yeah. Currently just using a kind of model the Marshall head is, but it's either a dual super lead or a triple super lead. One's getting fixed at the minute, so using them for the time being until I get a Black Star.
What happened to the one that's getting fixed?
Blew up.
Yeah, it's the valves. Was it the valves?
Yeah, the valves blew.
Ooh.
Oh.
You run it a little too hot, or just...
Wasn't even me.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't like that.
Oh, no.
And it just stopped working, and they were like, "Oh."
Oh,
Set
did
it
they
off,
accidentally? Did they accidentally do a thing where they put like a 16 ohm through an 8 or something?
I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know. I just come in broke, and I was like,
Jim, we don't talk about that. We only make jokes about it. It's definitely not happened to us. Definitely never happened.
Not definitely twice.
What's that smell? Smells like burning electrics.
Nah.
So you had another band blow up your amplifier then.
"Yeah." But I don't even think it was our amplifier. We had like a gig on, and they put theirs on, and all of a sudden he turned it on, and there was smoke on his satellite. We were like, "Crap."
Oh, so it wasn't the amp, it was the cab.
No, it was his head. He was coming through a head, and his cab was all right because we swapped the head over, and it was working after that. The cab.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fair
Oh
enough.
my god. Wow.
Good thing we've only ever had that happen at rehearsals. We've never had that happen at a show.
Yeah, that's what.
Well,
You've
we
had
have.
that situation.
We have. Yeah.
Well,
Have you?
not with
Yeah.
me at least.
Not with you.
No,
No.
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 Any
But
other gig?
I was basically chasing a fuse where, because basically the guitarist we had at the time had forgotten the kettle lead that plugs into the back of the amp. So he borrowed one off the sound guy.
Oh, and it was the
The
wrong
sound
fuse.
guy he didn't realise that he'd basically given him a faulty bit of cable where it had been sliced. You know, like when on stage a cymbal falls over and kind of lands on a cable and it slices it open. Basically, he gave him one of that. Gave him one of those. He plugged it into my amp, which I'd lent him because he didn't have enough money to fucking buy his own head. And he
On
plugged
that
it
time.
in, switched it on, and it was literally like something out of Tom and Jerry cartoon where the flame just travelled up the cable just to the point where it was about to hit the head, and I saw it and I lunged for it and literally grabbed it, not even caring about the fact that I could be electrocuted to death.
230 volts, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I pulled it, is fine, my
Oh.
hair grew back, and yeah.
Yeah. Being a band is like, having adventure every day, isn't it?
It's just a
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
slapstick comedy show.
There's always something in there you could talk about.
What do you
Oh,
think?
especially
What other gig anecdotes do you have? Do you have any like other funny stories of like because someone blowing up your amp is a bit tragic, but also you can laugh at it. What else have you got?
I know the first gig, Martin broke his string, and then we just kept on like looping the same section of song until he got another string on.
It was fairly quick.
It was very quick.
It was about other bands, and we managed to win still. Disappeared off the side of the stage, and we quickly put a new string
We
on.
turned around and he was just there, like frantically winding his string. It was so. We somehow recovered.
And you still want it?
We did.
Yeah.
It was like my
Yeah,
first ever gig with these. It was like a bike rally, and I dropped my stick and played the rest of the song with one hand. Like, how I managed
doing
to
a
do
Def Leppard.
Yeah.
You need a drum tech, you like have someone to run about.
That's what your dad's for.
But so you would going back to the guitar thing, you were just frantically winding on stage, just like I wish I had a drill bit for this, and just be like. Zzz.
The peg winder was just quick as I can, tune it. Turn my volume down so it wasn't over the song, but managed to tune back in and finish by the end of the song.
Was that a guitar string or a bass string?
Guitar string.
Guitar string, right.
Well played.
I was about to say if it was a bass, I think you'd have been a bit more screwed, but
That to you as
like-
well, Camille, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
on
we
one
played
of
at
the B2.
Brickmakers in Norwich, yeah. But somehow, magically, someone had planted a load of spare strings next to the stage where you were playing, hadn't they?
Yeah, but
Like, it was
none
just
of
like
them was actually, good.
no, they weren't the right size, but you
but
managed to
you
nick
make
them all.
do.
Yeah.
Let's just play whole gig without one string,
Doesn't that throw the entire rest of your instrument out of whack though? Because the bridge is sprung to deal with that.
Can do, yeah. I
Unless
mean,
you
for
got individual
bassists as well.
bridges.
It doesn't matter when you're heavy as fuck. No one can tell anyway what the hell's going on.
Yeah, just mosh and look angry enough, and you'll get by.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
Always.
angry about bass on. Yeah. Yeah, bass, we don't tend to really suffer from broken strings, do we? But if we do, it can be quite catastrophic because it's quite main in a bass.
I mean, I've managed to snap a low B string once at a band practice, and I don't know how. I was trying some weird like slap bass stuff, but I just must have caught the string too hard.
Plucked it a bit too hard.
Well, the top
Like a-
string.
As well, it's like a low B. It's like proper thick.
God, you're quite talented person.
Steel thumbs in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
So yeah, as the bassist, have you been in the band the longest then?
Yeah, because you were out while I was here. Because you
Yeah.
were in before I joined.
Yeah, I think so. Back in 2016, I joined. It was,
I was not long still.
yeah. Then it was Martin came after then.
Yeah.
We've gone through a whole list of drummers, and
I'm the longest one, aren't I?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're the longest, the drummer. Oh, fantastic.
I think
So
we've
did
had
you
about
start the
30,
project?
we've had about 30 musicians in our
31.
band. 31.
Oh, keeping count,
31
huh?
musicians.
I was
Yeah.
starting to think
Wow.
I was starting to think I was the problem. Now I know.
Is this where I jokingly say no comment?
Yeah. No, but seriously though, I think if you've got a vision and you've got a motive to make something of your music, the ones that decide to drop off are the ones that don't have their own motive to make music. So that's my theory anyway. I've learned that the hard way through 30 musicians. And I've had people telling me,
31.
31. Oh, it's gone up one, has it? Are you fucking leaving? 31, he's gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we're very impressed by that.
No,
No.
I'm saying 31. We
Oh,
had even, different classification of musician. Like we had conversation before, like one practice musician.
Oh, we
like,
don't count that.
Up to one gig, it's like, oh god.
Don't count those.
No, I mean
Yeah.
we count everyone, all of them. That was 31.
No, we
people.
haven't counted that drummer that auditioned with no drum kit or sticks, have we?
No, we
haven't
didn't.
counted him.
I don't think I've
Some
even
guy
heard
did.
of this person.
Yeah. Seriously.
That was the best. We had one of the geek in Brickmakers. He came. He said like, "Hey, I'm a drummer. I know looking for a drummer. I said, "Yeah, we're looking. I play air drums. I even improve your one of your song." I said, "Really? Yeah, look." I said, "Wow." Yeah. So that was horrible.
Mm.
Do you know roughly how many members you've been through then?
Like 7 or 8.
Well, it was Rob and
Yeah.
Josh. Rob,
Yeah,
Josh,
yeah.
Brendan. So,
Good old PB.
yeah. Devon. Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Mark,
reeling off
please.
names, are you? Oh, names. This is getting personal.
It's all right, Jim. It's better than you. Their list is shorter, so they've got fewer
Yeah,
names to
much
remember.
Yeah.
Well, we had all the names as well. It's just
Mm.
some of them repeat. Anyway, so who of you guys? Who of you is from the beginning? From the very beginning?
Steve, is it?
Well,
From the beginning?
Yeah, actually, yeah, he's a very
He's not even here.
no
Right. Wild.
working.
silly guitarist for you.
Yeah.
And how involved in the writing process is he? Because he's not here. You can well and truly slag him off. How involved in the writing is he?
Yeah, it's a very specific style of writing, if you know what I mean.
He's strictly a blues lead guitarist, but he can kind of blend what we come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep repeating certain sections and he'll figure out any keys or where he needs to put
You
things.
can't be like, okay, we're in the key of C minor. It's the key of fret 3, but it works, and
Yeah.
then, it's all good. And then we know
The
how
key
to
of
write
fret
together.
3, yeah. Yeah, I'm like that as well. Yeah.
So branching
So
out.
I believe he.
Sorry,
Sorry, I
Camille.
believe he's the owner of that green, glowing yellow guitar, isn't it?
Yes, Jackson Dinky.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
still
it's a
got-
Jackson. Yeah, because I saw one of the video from the studio, and he was shredding with the solo. It was bloody amazing, how he played that. And then you just guys put some melody in the middle, and he carry on with the melody when the riffs come. And then when the riffs just change, he basically play solo again. That was amazing. I really like it. That was something what actually I would like to use. It's just my skills are not like for like his.
We'll pass it along to him. He'll be buzzing.
Yes. Seagulls
Indeed.
Yeah, don't inflate the ego. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, don't inflate it anymore.
I tend to find that guitarists have big enough egos as it is.
Yeah.
Anyhow, without digging a hole for myself, let's branch out. So, you've all mentioned that you're going to be going into the studio in the next couple of weeks. How's the writing process for the new song been? Given that you've got a new vocalist
Actually,
and got to accommodate for a new
What studio
range
is it?
and-
I want to know what studio
Actually, yeah,
it is.
just tell us
because-
everything about the studio that's coming up. Like, are you looking
Is it
forward
this
to
one
it? Are
you're
you
in?
nervous?
No, we're in Hartlepool now, but we're recording at South Shields.
South Shields, the garage.
Okay.
No.
I've heard of that, I think. Is that the one
We
that
always
Kane
got-
did of it, recording?
Yeah, Kane have. I think Kane have been there. But what about
Yeah,
the actual?
that's-
What about the actual song that you're going to be recording? How long has it taken you to write? Who's been involved in the main process? What are your thoughts behind like the lyrics and such? What have you got?
Quite a while.
a good couple of years now. It's kind of been on the back burner for a while, but I think you're riffing it.
I came up with the main riff. I think Steve put a bridge in. Not too sure.
Good old bridge.
It's not like his solo, so as long as it's always done a decent length,
Yeah.
like the bars, he'll just do what he does on them. But it's not bad.
Yeah, it's like the first song I wrote, like with you guys. Too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is fun.
Feels like more like a rocky one.
Yeah.
Rock kind of stuff.
It's a good blending of the two styles from like previously to now, if you know what I mean.
Do you feel like you've had to change your arrangement or change your overall key to accommodate for a different sort of vocal texture?
We
or-
have not for this one.
Not for
wasn't
this
the
one.
first one.
Yeah, we're looking to do that for
A song called Euphoria.
a song called Euphoria. That's and we're essentially just moving that down a whole step. But other than that,
Yeah, it is a bit high.
Yeah, we're gonna drop
Yeah.
tune it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
chunky. It's gonna be sick.
I want to rewrite the drums for that anyway.
Yeah,
and all
'cause
that
they-
drums for that.
You had to do that for me,
Alright.
didn't you, Camille? Because I can't do the high notes anymore. I'm too
Yeah.
old. I'm like,
I
I
think-
don't want to end up like Motley Crue or something. So
I was about to say we're
What
in
tune are you dropping to?
we're in drop G. We are, but yeah. What about you guys?
Drop G.
Start.
You start.
Yeah,
I'd rather do the
because
guitar.
we
and D, maybe B.
Yeah.
we used
I like
7
that.
strings guitar. That's why that's why it's drop G. But normally that would be like a one step down. Yeah, one step down. Yeah, so
like
as
D.
soon D. When I listen to one of your songs, you guys play in a standard tuning E, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One half of the set standard, and then we've got like a drop D section where
Yeah.
it's the rest of the set.
It's a lot heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the chuggy
Nice.
notes. Jun, 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 jun.
Can't really do that with a drum kit
I love
though. You're kind of stuck with one thing from start to finish.
Well, you can just like
Yeah.
unloosen your head. Horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Oh no, we should do it with rototoms where you can just twist them slightly and they go a little higher or lower. That'd be cool.
And
I don't have too many kits to do that for. So.
some drummers actually like tune the heads to very specific notes, and I find it baffling how they have the patience to sit there and like
Yeah.
have a high tom C or something else. You know, it's
The thing that I do is I do actually tune my bass drum. I tune my bass drum to G because it's the lowest note on the guitar, and then everything just goes in relative thirds.
so
See, I've got different songs having on. They're all tuned different. I never go in the recording studio with the same drum kit twice.
Oh, really? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because I like to mess about with the sounds of the drum kits and that because I've got that
Oh, okay.
many to play about.
I've
How
only got
many
the
drum
one.
kits do you own?
I've got about 10, 11.
Where do you store them all?
I've got a couple at home in the cupboard. I've got a couple in the loft, and the rest of them, getting used.
Jesus
God.
In the
Christ.
mansion, darling. In the mansion. They're
I've
in
got
the
3
drum
beds.
room.
It's a lot.
I've only got the one, and I struggle to store that.
I've got a little digital kit behind me. I can't fucking play it, to be honest.
See, I've got
I'm
six
like
massive
ACDC at
Yeah.
best. Even that's fucking hard.
Yeah.
custom one. Like if we're gigging and it's fully set up, you can't get the rest of the band on the stage because that's how big it is.
Yeah, we get kicked off, man.
How big's your drum kit then? Like your main gigging kit. How big is that?
The
Neil
main
Peart.
gigging kit at the moment, DW, like I only bring my custom one out for like special events, but that's got about 9 toms on the top. Got 3 floors and 1 big massive 24-inch bass drum.
Jesus
9
Christ.
toms.
Wow.
You need to
I
make
did-
it your mission.
Are
Your
you
mission
making
should
them
be
like
to
in a
get
line?
all of them,
Like 1, 2, 3,
all
4,
of
5,
them
6,
on
7, 8,
stage
10.
at every gig. Nothing's acceptable without all them toms on stage.
Yeah.
You're not going to be
In the car
famous
park.
until you got all of them.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Jim was talking over you for the past 5 seconds. You care to repeat that?
I'm trying to let everyone convince me to set all my drum kits up in the big car park we've got and try and play them.
We need to write a
Oh,
song
yeah.
that includes-
I'd be down for joining that, actually. I'd be down for
Set me drumsticks alight and playing the kit while it's on fire. I really
I
want
see.
to do that.
With the head sticks, you could probably do that without doing too much to them. You just have to put a fresh set of sheaths on them at the end of it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
all of the
That'd be-
drum kits, all of the drum kits you've got, set them all up in a circle.
Yeah.
In a car park.
I think even on
And
just
then
a single
get
kit.
anyone.
I think even on
Just
just a
get
single
anyone.
kit, you got me beaten because I use 3 rack toms and a floor tom, and that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas,
See,
like, you've got
I'm a dummy.
9.
I have this drum kit and he goes out and buys me it.
Okay. That's actually pretty cool. I'm quite envious of that.
9, amazing. So how many songs you guys going to record it in studio?
One in it. Yeah.
Well, I think
Are
we've
you only
gone on-
having the one day?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
booked it for a day, so we're just gonna do that one, and then
Yeah, he's not too bad, Kyle. He'll mix,
I can record my drums.
he'll master something down. He'll send it to you, see if you like it, and then if you don't, he'll change it and send you till you're happy with it. So he's pretty sound.
Like, you don't have a certain amount of time when you're going to record it. Like you say, just do it, and when you're happy with it, come out, and when you're not, we'll just keep going over it.
Yeah, he's on the ball with tuning.
Yeah.
Every so often, like, right, check your tuning. It goes
Right.
through me that when slightly out of tune. But
Yeah.
See, I
it's
don't
good
know
to
what
have
it
a sound check.
recording studios, and they can never record my drums, but we go to the shit like the garage, and it's just I'm in for half an hour and he's done. You can do them, and I'm like, how can you do that and nobody else can?
the only time we played with click track as well.
Yeah.
That's fine.
See, we've taken to playing to a click track live, and
Yeah.
it's been
It's been suggested.
it's completely changed how we approach a show now, because we can guarantee that kind of consistency is a lot more. We can do
Yeah.
some bit more set planning. We can do more choreography to it all. It's just, I'd really recommend it.
Yeah, 'cause Tom
Yeah,
said so, Tom.
basically,
But
basically,
it's like I've tried to go live, like having a click track in, but I think it's because it's live and it's just a totally different atmosphere. Yeah, it just puts me off.
It's hard to have it isolated.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the studio and you're in a room by yourself, you've got that concentration like with the
Yep.
click. But when you've got people screaming in the crowd, and then it is off-putting having a click in your ear while you're gigging at the same time. Well, it is for me, but that's just my opinion. It could be different for everybody else.
I
Yeah,
must
but good
admit, I
sound
don't have the
engineer,
click.
good sound engineer. When he hear that, like when you playing through, he hear the moment like when there's supposed to be more energy. He could increase the tempo, you know, and decrease when it's, for example, a verse, you know, during the live. That is automatically, I would say, because it's like you feel adrenaline and you're going really forward, you know, with everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, so exactly.
It's like having a tempo map that
Yeah.
fits the drummer kind of thing.
Mm.
And
Yeah. I just play to the drums.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's just myself and Camille that have the click track, and then everyone else is a bit more free to keep up, basically.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. Like, dunk, 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 dunk,
No,
dunk,
I
dunk,
couldn't.
dunk, dunk. Oh no!
Even-
I just
It drives you insane, especially in recording, if you're not getting that take and it's like, oh, I've got to go over it again. And it's like, ding, dong, 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 ding, dong. Oh.
You go to sleep, you start dreaming about it.
Yeah, it's horrible. Especially if you're doing a couple of days recording and it's like, oh.
Saying ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you can used to it, to be honest. And click on a stage is helping to play. For me, actually, helping play. And also, what you could do, you can synchronize the other devices, like for example, light or anything else what is on a stage. You know,
Visuals,
with
yeah,
MIDI.
yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing, you know. But basically, that have price, yeah.
Hmm.
You don't have that feeling on a stage, and most of the people that we used to play, they didn't like play with click. No, just stop and play live, you know. Okay, so we stick to the, you know, to the click right now.
With the new monitors, because I can hear everything so clear.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Like,
yeah, that's next, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I did a gig once, didn't I? I just stepped in for one of my mates and we used the new monitors, and I couldn't realise when we were using them.
Yeah.
I heard everything clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I noticed that the biggest thing that when we as a whole switched to using in ears, was just the vocals, like just Jim's vocal performance just went through the roof. Just a massive difference purely because we can all hear ourselves, but there was less noise to interfere with all of that. It just made everything a lot easier.
Basically, everyone
I feel-
realised I could actually sing all of a sudden because they had it in there.
I was trying to be polite about it, Jim, but here you
Yeah.
go, throwing me under the bus.
Standard.
No, you know, to be fair, like I'm old school. I like the live energy of the the drums being good enough to keep the time of what's been well rehearsed, and I was quite shocked to change over to the in-ear stuff. That was because we lost a guitarist, but since doing it, the level of response from the crowd has been much bigger.
Actually,
Just people coming up just going, wow, that was amazing. And it's like, oh really, no one's said that to me for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
It's
And
really weird.
And what is important as well, we could just provide the same quality every time we play, because
Then again-
the background doesn't change. It's just
Less humans.
there are some
Yeah.
of like there are
Human
arguments for the
error.
other side. Some of the biggest bands, some of the more popular bands still don't have backing tracks or don't have click tracks or anything. Like, and you do feel that energy. Bands such as to mind first, bands like Clutch and Grand Magus and all that sort of stuff just really just feel the rawness of being as live as possible.
No 2 gigs are the same.
So I can actually, I
that's what you worry about.
fully see the point of not wanting to do that, and if that works, then all power to you.
Definitely.
So what are your main inspirations then? Let's go from right to left. Like, who are your favourite bands?
Might be all right.
I don't know which right.
Which right?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever wants to go first. Whoever wants to go first. Like on one of the either ends.
I don't know. I was brought up with like Phil Collins and Phil.
Yes.
Ruby Powell and stuff like that, White Snake and that. So they're more of my influences. But the more I get older, like Avenged Sevenfold, I fell in love with the way their drummer, their techniques and stuff like that, and it's just Alter Bridges and stuff like that. It's more with the old bands, like what's that band called? Rainbow.
Yes.
I loved Rainbow.
Nice.
What's
So we'll move on
so
to the guitarist next.
Okay.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, mine, a bit of a mix. When I really got into music, it was more towards the punk rock, pop punk type scene. So like your Green Day, Blink-182, The Offspring and stuff.
sort of like
No,
the
it's a
late
bit-
90s, early 2000s?
Yeah. And
Fair enough.
as I grow older again, it's went a bit heavier, like Trivium, Metallica. I like things like
Nice.
Ghost, Death Clock. If you ever watch Metalocalypse,
Yep. Big fan.
they're pretty. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with me, well, I like bands like Tame Impala was a massive influence on me. More so their earlier albums when they were like more of a rock focused band. Other than that, there's bands like Placebo.
Oh yes.
Peter Hook out of Joy Division is one of my big inspirations for how I play bass. And
Yeah.
he often has like a drone note and then melody cutting over the top of that. So I like to do a lot of that kind of thing. I like all sorts really, just like jazz, death metal. But I don't know, it's weird. Lots of many influences. But, yeah.
I think that's just basis. We like eclectic music.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see how how in the different contexts that bass guitar is used depending on the genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't know, it's weird. I like go through phases. So like when I got into music, like big time at first, it was more like 2000s, like pop punk, emo, like that kind of scene. And then now I listen to mostly like deathcore, metalcore, but then my vocal inspirations tend to be like female power icons like Stevie Nicks, like Izzy Hale, like that kind of like area of just like scary female vocalists, which I'm like super into.
Nice.
They sort of came out on their own, you know, there was like no influences. They just came out and did what they did. And yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like, Stevie
Yeah.
Nicks like reached the world. So like she's so cool.
She's a legend that I'm named after.
Even like, you know, the Debbie Harrys and, you know, for me, like Nina Simone and
Or from a more metal side of things, you got people like Doro and
Doro.
Yeah, Dora Pesh.
Really? Oh god.
No? Okay, maybe
No,
not.
not for me. Not for me, no.
Not for you.
No.
Well,
I quite like Arch Enemy and Rolo Tomasi. Like,
So she is one main lady voice.
Arch Enemy is sick too. And like
Arch
Spirit Box
Enemy,
at the minute.
very,
like,
yeah.
incredible.
yeah, unreal. The new albums, just I love it.
Yeah,
I love
Monster,
Ginger
he's
though.
cool.
Do you like Ginger? Have you heard them?
Yes.
Amazing vocalists.
It's the way she like seamlessly switches from cleaners to like distorted.
Yeah.
Is it?
Like a red flag.
I remember she did it on. I remember she did it on a live stream and just went like into the next voice completely seamless. I'm just like, wow, okay, that is a massive tonal jump and instant. The control, the discipline.
Hell of a range.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of that too. From the Crazy 88, she does like vocal teaching too, but she's incredible. Like her cleans and her distorted, like she's got everything. She's sick.
Nice.
Have you ever had any vocal tuition or did you learn on your own?
It was weird. I was like self-taught for a long time, and then like halfway through high school, I kind of like got some tuition, but I went to like a super Christian school.
Oh,
Oh really?
yeah, same.
God
Yeah,
bless
so
you, good woman.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I learned all about it.
Yeah, likewise.
Get that out of here.
Yeah,
Don't want to.
I'm a saint.
Yeah, I had to report
Yeah, so-
report to the
Yeah,
nuns
I was
every
like-
morning.
Stop it.
I didn't.
There were
know.
actual nuns.
They were.
Ow.
Yeah, like St. Bede's in Lanchester had like legit nuns until I like was in my second year of sixth form.
Oh, so was it? Was
Oh
it?
God.
God.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
I mean, blasphemy aside, yeah, that was the name of my
Yeah.
first band. Was Blasphemy. But you say it was towards the end of high school that you started to take lessons on on vocal tuition.
Yeah, I guess I like started vocal tuition in like year 9, and then like I couldn't like find a vocal teacher who would like teach me like rock school stuff. So I kind of moved into doing more self-taught stuff. Like I got in a few bands and just I like made a lot of mistakes before I got good because I didn't have anyone to teach me safe technique or like vocal health. So that's been like a learning curve. But yeah,
Oh,
it's been okay.
fantastic. That's wicked.
Vocal health is very important.
Yep. Or just overall technique as a whole. I remember I had to basically completely reteach myself how to play because I had horrible I had horrible technique like for the first couple of years after I started, and I had to basically learn from scratch when I took lessons.
See, I teach, so I have to do all that from scratch, so I just kind of used to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's weird with vocals because like teaching someone good technique on vocals is like you can't like point to it and be like, this is what you need to do. Like I like blew my voice out so many times just through like not knowing what I was doing. So it's been like trial and error.
Yeah, because I think I liken it to something that exists in your soul that comes out through your muscles, you know. And how do you explain
That's
that
weird.
to somebody? Yeah, how do you explain that to someone? You know,
Just breathe
No,
your
like
soul out.
Because yeah, exactly. Because if you don't believe in what you're about to put out, it sounds crap. But
Yeah,
when
there's
you
no
believe,
emotion behind it.
You
when
definitely
you
need.
believe in what you're gonna say, then it does make sense, and it comes out making sense. That's all I've ever worked on.
Hmm.
My fucking soul turning into a muscular activity. It's the same with my penis.
I was about to say there.
Oh,
You
God,
literally,
you
you
have
literally
to
cut
go
me off
there.
there. I'm just
You
going to say
have
there's
to go
probably a
there.
masturbation joke in there somewhere, but
Oh God!
He
He's
always
done
brings
it
the
again.
level down.
Game over.
We nearly
Right,
made
what
it. We
time is
nearly made it.
Oh no, I've got about 9
we've
minutes to
got
go.
10
Shit,
minutes to
sorry.
spare, and we've finally hit the gutter. But yeah, no, I wholeheartedly
Disappointed.
agree.
Not
that,
angry. Disappointed.
I wholeheartedly agree that it's very easy to tell when a performance is made without confidence, because that confidence is 100% conveyed to the audience.
Oh yeah, they feed off it.
Yeah.
And that's
And
like
in your
technique
bedroom.
aside. That's just technique aside. If you're not putting your whole heart into it, people can tell.
Yeah.
Good with vocals, because it's like, I feel like you can, like, if you're confident, you can kind of overcome stuff that if you weren't, you wouldn't be able to. So like, there's been times in the past with other bands when I was like a teenager where I've like sung the entire like wrong lyrics, wrong song, different instrumental, but because I was like so confidently wrong, no one could tell what was going on.
Yeah, that happens. That happens a lot.
Amazing.
think was hard, and he ended up with a totally different beat with a totally different song.
Yeah, you've just got to like not realize you're doing it wrong, and then everyone's like, "Oh, just this
And then
just
when
be
I
how
went
it is."
Outlook,
Yeah.
these all looked at me like, "What you doing?"
I think that's the
Just
thing,
roll
isn't it?
with it.
Like everybody really wants to see is you enjoying it on stage and
Yeah.
giving it
Yeah.
your all. No one really gives a fuck whether you hit the wrong note or wrong words. They just
Especially
want to
bands
see
who
that you're in. They just want to see you. I do. I mean, I'm talking as a punter here. When I go to a show, the worst thing for me is seeing people just staring at their instruments, looking at the floor, not really caring about who's there. The thing I love the most is when people are enjoying what they're doing, looking at everybody else, acknowledging the fact that they've basically come to see you. And yeah, I think as long as you look at it like that, you'll be fine.
Mm.
You know, it's when you focus too much on yourself is when people aren't interested. So yeah.
When I'm playing, I get called the angry drummer because I never smile. I just look like I'm about to kill somebody.
It's a concentration phase.
Oh, do you make funny concentration faces? I do that.
I look like I'm about to kill somebody. That's how much like I frustrate myself because I'm like, I need to get this right. I can't mess it up.
I only realised in the pictures after, because you're like always behind me looking scary, and I'm always like it's such a contrast.
I just tend to pull faces that make it look like I'm constipated.
Yeah.
I got to, but then again, I got told that I need to smile more. I tried to like deliberately force smile while playing, and I'm just like, no, that just looks creepy. Don't do that.
Yeah, it becomes even worse because it's like.
I
The
don't
only
show your teeth.
I've had a drink.
Yeah, obviously.
I think a lot of drummers get angry about the fact that they're not in the photographs. But from what I've noticed is the people who play drums that are in the photographs are the ones that stand up and play the front man as well. Like fucking Lars Ulrich, for example.
he's-
Everyone fucking hates him.
Hey,
Right? He's not the
Travis
best
Barker.
drummer in the world to a
No,
lot of
he's not.
people, but he's a brilliant showman. And
Mm.
I think, that's commendable because he's halfway there, isn't he? Yeah.
just like an anecdote. I don't know if you've seen the Metallica stuff recently for some of like the live shows and the interviews and stuff. But Lars has been practicing, and I'm quite pleased to hear that for once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I love the new album. I think it's great. And
Yeah,
I know a lot of
I think
people
it's pretty
don't.
good. I think there's a lot of songs that feel like spiritual successors to a lot of their old songs. A lot of homage paid to older albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
the
do you-
past
I
few
mean,
albums have been pretty good.
Do you like that sort of music, or have you moved on from the old
I
school?
still love Metallica. On my shifter, I've got a set of James Hetfield's signature pickups.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I do quite-
I've got Chris Adler's
So I
snare drum out of Megadeth.
Yeah.
So it is all life in the band.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like the 10-inch by something, like the really tiny thing?
Warbird. Yeah, the Warbird, yeah.
That's a cool drum. I need a piccolo snare drum. I don't actually need a piccolo snare drum. I'm perfectly happy with mine. It's just like
The place where I got it from, it's shut down now. It was the only place in the like northeast that I knew that do them, and I was like, I want it before I go.
Yeah.
Cost me dad a bomb, like, but
As long as she does.
signed photo and everything with it. It's like I've got Cozy Powell snare drum with White Snake.
Wish my dad bought me cool stuff.
the one that I really want
Yeah,
is
likewise.
the one that I really want is I really want the Eric Singer signature, mostly because it's gold and sparkly and goes with mine.
See, I've got a rose gold sparkly edge, DW edge snare,
Oh yeah.
and that weighs a ton.
Oh, no doubt, because I've got a collector series from '96 where they just started introducing the really thick reinforcement hoops, and that thing
I
weighs a
got it.
ton.
My dad bought me DW. He got me the Neopete. You know the drum out of Rush.
Yes, how could
He
I
got me a
not?
DW. So I've got his red one, and I got the snare drum with it, and I was like,
Oh, you got
Why
the
don't
Starman
you-
one. Nice. Was it
I
Starman
could
or
have had
Time
the
Machine?
opportunity to get the one, but I was like, no, I'll let somebody else have that one.
Uh, right then. Well, we're coming up to an hour, so I think that's that's a decent place to call it. So,
Yeah.
is there anything that you'd like to leave off with as we bring this to a close?
Links, websites, merch, all that sort of stuff.
Check out the socials, come to our gigs, buy our merch, and stay tuned for the new release, which is
Instagram,
soon.
Facebook, yourself on.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
Are you on Twitter?
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify,
That's the one.
Instagram.
We're not on Twitter, but we're on Twitter. And our Facebook has me singing Milkshake to a Doom riff, so check that out.
Nice.
Oh, nice. We will.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. It was lovely to chat to you.
Yeah, thank
You
you for
too.
coming on the show. That's great. And we'll share it onto YouTube and all that stuff as well. So it's not just Twitch for the gamers, although we love games. What's your favourite game to end on?
Oh, what am I playing at the minute?
Monopoly?
I haven't
did
found
you
it.
say?
Pac-Man.
I have found it.
Could you repeat that, please?
I like Skyrim and Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh, a classic, a classic.
Yeah.
I just like shooting zombies. So.
Yeah.
Survival crafting or just roll and shit.
Is it,
Nice.
Anything with violence and guns, you got me.
Neat.
I like Left 4 Dead was the last zombie game I really enjoyed.
I still play Left 4 Dead with my friends. Like, that game gets brought out regularly. It's aged perfectly.
It's brilliant.
Pretty much all it is.
Oh.
What world is it? World War Z?
I don't know, I like only play Animal Crossing, so like, don't ask.
Brought a game out, which is basically what's that? Yeah, got that. One night.
Complete.
Zombies, craft, survival. Yeah. Brute
Neat.
force.
Nice.
All right, then. So,
Fantastic.
let's leave that there.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
You're more than welcome.
No worries.
Right.
Cheers a lot.
This is Band on Band. We've been Hedra with Odin's Revenge, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
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 Bye.